So there's this function in Excel called CountIf. I'm going to show you that today, and I'm going to show you the long way to input this formula rather than just typing it in on the keyboard. I'm going to go in and use the mouse, and you'll see why in a bit. So here's the problem. We've got a list of numbers. Okay, there's only 5 numbers there, but that could be 1,000 numbers long. And I want to count how many times the number 20 appears and put that result in A8. So what do? I click on A8, I've got my list of numbers, and I go to Formulas, More Functions, Statistical, scroll down, and we see CountIf. And you'll see there it gives us an option of CountIf, Range and Criteria. So when I click on it, this box comes up, and I can pick my range. Well, my range is A2 to A6. And then I pick the criteria. The criteria, as you can see there, is the condition in the form of a number, expression or text that defines which cells will be counted. So what we want to do here is say any cell with the number 20. So all I do there is type in 20. Press OK, and you'll see there it's come up with 2. It's worked. If I change that to 20, you'll see it's 3. And if I change that to 15, it goes down to 1. So that works wonderfully. Now normally you could just type that command in. It's only CountIf A2 colon A6 comma 20. It's quite a simple formula. Why did I suggest that we went the long way? Well, I'll show you. Let's say we want to count the amount of numbers above 20. So we'll start off by getting rid of that formula. And we'll go in again. So we'll go More Functions, Statistical, CountIf, Range is as it was before. Now the criteria this time we will go greater than 20. So the little arrow that's pointing to the right, that's the greater than sign. If I wanted to do less than 20, I could of course do that one. And you can do less than and equal to 20 or greater than or equal to 20. But what we'll do is we'll do greater than 20 and click OK. And you'll see that there is only one, which is 52. 20 obviously is equal to 20, not greater than. If we change that formula to greater than or equal to 20, you'll get the 3. Again, we can test this by changing that, and it works fine. Now, this is why I said to do it the long way, because if you look now, we've now got the quotation marks around the greater than or equal to 20, or greater than 20 if we wanted to do it that way. Whenever we use numbers in Excel, we don't use the quotation marks. The quotation marks are just used for strings. So when we do greater than 20 in a CountIf, we may think, well, it's a number, it's greater than 20, but because you're putting the greater than symbol in, you need to put quotes around it. That will almost certainly catch people out at some point. It's certainly caught me out in the past. And this is one of the reasons why if I do a CountIf, I'll always do it the longer way by using my mouse and going into CountIf, because it ensures that if it needs the quotation marks, it puts it in for you. Another thing we can do is not just work with numbers, but work with strings. So we've got 5 names there. How many of those names are Paul? So we could go Functions, Statistics, CountIf, what's my range, those, what's my criteria, and I'll just type in Paul. As we know, if we did this as a formula, we'd have to put quotation marks around the Paul because it's a string, but we don't have to here because it will put them in for us. There you go. And there's only one. If we change Ringo to Paul, there's 2. So that works fine. You can also use things called wildcards. So, how many names have got the letter L? So if I go star, which is on Shift and 8, L, star, what that is saying, the asterisk symbol, the star symbol, means anything. So it can be anything and then an L somewhere and then anything else. Press it and we get 1. If we changed Ringo to Lee, we'd get 2. So you can see you can use wildcards to search within the text as well. That could be useful, for instance, if you're searching on things like postcodes. So you want to know how many WV1 postcodes are in this list of parents' names and numbers. You can just do a search for asterisk WV1 asterisk, and it will give you all those ones in the postcode.